Well, pitter patter, let's get the fuck at her. It's Joe the Bull Guy podcast. How we doing? And it's movie fucking Monday. You all made it through this shit bag of a fucking day that starts our week off, and we only have 4 more left until the weekend. So let's talk about some fun shit and some movies that take our minds off of the crap that we deal with on a day-to-day basis and puts it into perspective. As always, we've got Jen, Nicole, Jimbo. How you guys doing today? How was your Murphy's Law Monday? Was it fucked up or was it okay?
Pretty decent.
Fucked.
Fucked. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Jimbo's drinking. Fucked. It was okay. Fair. I mean, it felt like a sandpaper covered pineapple shoved sideways. That's just me personally. So as always, we're going to start with the daily affirmation, get this out of the way, and then Nicole is going to be first up with sad movies, and she has some fun facts about sad movies, and we'll go from there. But your daily affirmation of the day from the tired nurse, by the way, learn to love the sound of your fucking feet walking away from all the stupid bullshit that was not meant for you. Just saying. Just saying, it is a perfect fucking one for the day, and it was picked random. Random as
That one kind of hurt, bud.
out of this. I'm just listen. I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it. I'm just saying, it ain't. I didn't. This came. You thank the tired nurse for that one. We're gonna
Thank
put
you,
this in
tired
our.
nurse, for that one.
We're gonna put this in our little bibble bowl, and then we're gonna go ahead. Nicole, why don't you start us off with some fun facts about sad movies, and then go into your picks of the sad movies, and we'll go from there. Hey, Luca, how
Okay.
you doing?
So I chose sad movies, and pretty much they did say by Harvard Medical School that researchers have shown that crying releases oxytocin and endorphins, which are the feel-good chemicals that make us happy, also help to ease the physical pain and emotional pain that you might be feeling. So even though like some movies like seem really sad, it's actually like it's good to cry because it's releasing those chemicals that you need to feel better. So that's a fun fact, and that was from Harvard Medical School. So, and then I kind of pulled a list of the 50 best sad movies like throughout the last 30 years, but I'm only going to talk about a few. My very first one is kind of like a little bit about like my past, so I felt like I could relate to this on my level, and it was number 3 on the top 50, and it's called A Good Person, and it was actually made just last year. And it's about a girl, and she gets in a car accident, and it leaves her depressed, and she becomes opioid addicted, which it happens. And it's pretty much just about grief and addiction and learning to forgive yourself, which I've had to personally do. So I could relate to it. And even though it's sad, it also made me feel like better, because I could like relate to it on like my own personal life. And then my second one, I picked The Notebook because it's just the best movie of all time. And it's just such a good love story, but like it shows you like what love can bring. It can bring a lot of like hate and like love, and like I feel like that's the best when you like learn how to balance, and like there's a journey within the relationship, and it's not like you have to actually work for it. And I feel like in a true relationship, you do have to work for it on both sides. And, it's about maturing and growing. So I feel like The Notebook is just like an all-time good relationship. Feel better. Like even like a breakup or like starting a new relationship. Like I just think it's like a helpful book, like a handbook book for like a relationship. And then my third one I went with was The Brokeback Mountain.
Oh shit,
And the
Jimbo.
reason I went with that is I just really love the romance in it. And it's actually kind of funny at some points in it. Like these men like were in relationships, and then they have to go herd these sheep on this long journey through the mountains, and then they end up like falling in love, and it's just so beautiful. And yeah.
Now wait, Nicole, did you watch this?
Yes, I did. And it's pretty intense. And it's amazing because it's got Heath Ledger in it.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, and I will watch any movie but that. I won't watch that. I have not watched it. I will not watch it. There's no fucking way in hell I'm watching it. No
I mean,
Absolutely not.
it's kind of hot, actually.
What? Oh, okay.
I don't see it going
Well,
in.
there's a lot of hate in it, but like it just shows you like they don't really, and that's another thing. Like I don't want to get too much into that, but like with people like in that like gay, I don't know, it's good.
The
I don't know, I
community.
like it.
I support everyone and everyone's decision. I just don't have to watch it.
I don't have to watch it either. That's all I'm saying.
No, not the humans. I would never. I hate that. I can't do the Human Centipede. No, I've seen that movie too, and that's the worst movie ever.
I don't know. I think the worst movie ever is Two Girls, One Cup.
I've not
Facts.
seen that one.
You don't
Facts.
want to watch it.
I mean, there
watch
was
it.
a lot of movies on here that were sad, but like I was trying to stay away from like the super sad ones. So I just kind of randomly picked.
Jimbo, why does it
would've
look
loved to
like
talk
you're
about
trying
all
to take a
50, but-
shit?
No, he was concentrating so hard.
You good, Jimbo? I mean, like I was assuming you were gonna say something
Movie I
like
chose.
about like when she said the Notebook, but you just kind of like she said Brokeback Mountain, you just kind of like deer in headlights it. Like, are you okay?
He froze.
I plead the fifth. I'm not saying shit.
Is it really hot in your kitchen, Jim?
No, it's actually cool.
Oh, your face is so red. It looks really hot in there.
I'm holding my
Do you know that movie actually got really good reviews?
Well, I'm sure. It did.
Wonderful.
I
I'm
mean, it's
sure
not
it
for
did.
everyone, but like, I mean,
No,
it
and
did,
that's
there
yeah,
was,
and that's
you know,
fine. I haven't seen The Notebook either, so
Really?
I have seen the Notebook.
Really?
No, I haven't.
I've seen the Notebook
I've
way
watched
too
The
many
Notebook.
fucking times.
if I've seen it, Zach said I did see it. I don't recall seeing it, so
I watched
Rachel
it by
McAdams is
myself
amazing in it.
after a bad breakup. I'm like, I'm a chick.
Who?
Like, I'm crying my eyes out.
Isn't Rachel McAdams in it?
McAdams, yeah.
I don't know
Beautiful
who that is.
redhead.
Wow, that's
I'm yelling at the screen. I'm like, don't take her back. She's gonna leave you,
Right.
bro. She's gonna crush your
Right.
heart.
Dude, I was doing the same fucking
You don't
shit. I'm
care?
like, you're a fucking idiot. Why would
She
you
don't
take her
care.
back, you stupid bastard? And the girl I'm with, she's like, it's so romantic. I'm like, he's a fucking schmuck. Like, he just keeps going back. It's like, dude, like, put your dick in a fucking mousetrap once. You learn it's gonna hurt. The second time, third, fourth, fifth, like, fuck. Look, didn't we learn that Jenna was a whore? Like, stop going. For fuck's sake. Well, anyway, I guess, we might as well mosey on over into the Western side of things now that we just had, Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger violate each other's prairie dog.
So I gotta say, nowhere in any of my research and development and note taking do I have that movie on my list. So I'm glad, Nicole, you brought it up with yours.
Third time's a kink, Andrew. Really? Really? Okay. Okay, Andrew.
So I'll just start you off real quick with like it was a movie site. I'm not going to name the site, but it was just their top 10, and it seemed pretty close. There's some I would have on there. I'm sure there's some that other people would have on there, but it started 10, Magnificent Seven, Steve McQueen's one of my favorite actors of all time. Yul Brynner had a huge cast. Number 9, Red River, one of John Wayne's classics. High Noon with Gary Cooper, one of his big westerns.
That was a great one.
that was a good one.
Stagecoach with John Wayne. Number 6, Once Upon a Time in the West, which is the one spaghetti. I believe it's the one spaghetti western that actually made it on here, Sergio Leone, which I have that as a subject as well. Shane, number 5, which I can't watch it without crying at the end.
Facts.
If you've ever seen Shane.
Never.
And meanwhile, Alan Ladd, the actor, was like 5'5". In most of those scenes, I read this years ago, he stood on a box and you never see his feet because he was so short.
Wait a second. You mean to tell me he's like Lacey? He has to he can't see over the counter?
Yep.
Yo.
Number 4, great movie, Unforgiven. Clint Eastwood, who also directed, which they got Academy Awards for Best Picture and Best Director for a Western. Number 3, Good to Bad, the Ugly. That was Sergio Leone number 3 for spaghetti western, which was their own genre in the 60s and 70s. Number 2, The Wild Bunch, again, amazing cast. And number 1, they had The Searchers, which was probably one of John Wayne's most acclaimed movies. Not my list, and I felt like they didn't have like Outlaw Josie Wales, Quickly Down Under, Tombstone, like none of like the big hits that people quote all the time, and you had to dig to find those, which I wonder why. But that was the top 10, and I was like, they're pretty solid. I would put a couple more in there, like I mentioned. But when we come back around, a couple other genres is the spaghetti westerns, real quick. My favorites. And then a couple little knickknacks like rodeo movies, which is something that I hold dear.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
What is the spaghetti western?
So if you want me to do that real quick.
Go for it.
I actually wrote the dates down because I didn't know that. From 1960 to 78, budgets got too big and Hollywood was like, we're doing too many westerns. So Sergio Leone, who's from Italy, made westerns in mainly Italy and Spain, but they actually made them throughout Europe, and they were either directed and produced by Italians. And he made some amazing movies. They were almost like a B western, but they hit so big. Put Clint Eastwood on the map because Hollywood did not like Clint Eastwood. Lee Von Cleef, who became one of the biggest Western outlaw guys, put him on the map. The biggest thing was they called him the man with no name. That was Clint Eastwood's character, the man with no name. Good, bad, and ugly. Fistful of dollars, few dollars more. They're like his big 3, and they were B spaghetti westerns. And the reason why they call them that is because they were produced and directed by Italians, not necessarily in Italy, but mostly Italy, Spain, and throughout Europe.
So, in other words, a front for the mob. No, I'm kidding. Hey, we can't get the olive oil in. We'll get a Western in. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, you're Italian, aren't you, Joe?
No, not at all. Of course, I'm 100% Italian.
So you,
I'm 50. I'm 50%.
See,
okay.
Between the both of us.
Yeah, I'm putting it together.
Only the good half. Only the good half.
Only the good, right? We don't talk about the bad half. No, I'm kidding. That's the one that likes the Amazon. No, anyway, I couldn't help it, Jim. I couldn't help it. But here's my thing, though. What was the movie? And I know you remember this. It was Clint Eastwood. It was it the Dirty Harry gun? It was the Colt Python. Do you remember that thing?
That was when he played Dirty Harry.
My dad had two of them. Right? And he sold one. One was stainless, one was blue steel, right? You know, that blue metallic on it. Mm-hmm. Really, like when he bought them back then were like cheap as anything, right?
It's called bluing.
And
Bluing.
Right.
I was gonna
and well, no, I know, but I'm like, just to kind of explain it without going into the technical stuff in case nobody's a gunsmith or shit like that. But anyway, no, you're fine. I'm not offended. Like, Jesus, no one's talking about the fucking cartoon. Now then I would be fucking offended. But the stainless steel one he sold, and he kept the blue Colt, right? And he put the gun lock on and couldn't find the fucking key, right? So he has this fucking amazing gun that we haven't used in like 30 some fucking years because he can't find the key, and he didn't want to drill the lock in fear that it was going to fuck up the trigger, right?
It was a Smith & Wesson 44 police. The 38 was the police special, but in the movie used the 44. And it was like
the 44 mag.
If I'm correct, it was a Smith & Wesson. If I'm correct, right?
It was, all I remember is that thing's a fucking. If you can't shoot it and you can't hit anybody with it, just fucking throw it at them. Like, the damn thing was massive. But he finally, the whole point of it, was finally drilled the gun lock out. He pulls it apart and goes, "Oh my God, it's safe." And I said, "Okay, you're going to fire it?" He goes, "No." What the fuck was the point of that?
It just needed to be free.
But he did come up and then go, "I'm going to be Dirty Harry for fucking Halloween." And I was like, "No, you're not. You're not going to walk around the neighborhood with that." He's like, "Why not?" I'm like, This ain't the Wild Wild West, right? But
Close.
there's also another Wild West movie which I find humorous, which and funny and whatnot. Is you got Will Smith, right, with Wild West, which was a remake of the TV show, right?
Right.
Oh, we all remember that one with
Yeah.
Artemis Gordon, right? But that kind of leads us in, with the "How's your mama? What's new?"
It's like, sorry for playing the drums on the boobies.
Or the best where he's in the top in the fucking water tower and it falls down, and he's like, his hat comes down, and he's like, "Okay, so how we doing this?"
Great movie. I thought that was so funny. Such a fun
See,
movie.
I loved it.
It was.
It was
a funny
definitely great, but I remember the TV show when I was a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like that was the cool part, and that kind of parlays it into what crosses over from Western over into comic book movies, right? So like and superheroes and whatnot was R.I.P.D. Ryan Reynolds, one of my favorite actors ever. I don't give a fuck. I would flip for him. I swear, I would. Blake Lively, move the fuck out of the way. I'll put my bonnet on and everything.
You're sheep herding in Wyoming.
Listen, he could tell me it's International Women's Day any day of the fucking week, and I'll be like, But anyway,
You're going sheep herding in Wyoming with Ron.
I'll wear the boots anyway. So he was R.I.P.D. And if you don't remember that movie, it was a nice crossover, and it was actually a fucking comic book or graphic novel, excuse me, where a lot of people are like, I didn't know that. I just thought it was just one of these movies. Well, so is Green Lantern. Green Lantern was a fucking bomb, but that was a comic book and also a graphic novel. But the best part about R.I.P.D. was that it was these cowboys. Like one was a cowboy and one was a cop. And when they were in hell, heaven, they're supposed to try to wrangle in the lost souls from hell, right? All the demons and whatnot. Normally, it's one or two. Well, then, of course, Johnny Knoxville, right, and a couple of other fucking idiots decide that they're going to go ahead and invoke, all these fucking spirits and shit. And then it's just a funny fucking movie. But it reminds me of the old westerns because they're sitting there and he's going, I told you not to fuck with my hat. And he's hitting the gun. And it reminds me of the westerns when they're fucking slamming the hammer, right?
Yeah.
They're hitting it 36
movie.
right, but 36 fucking times. They didn't even hit one person.
Endless shots. Endless.
Right. There's 6 shots in it, and it's just like, ha 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 ha. Wait, what?
So that's called fanning. And if you've ever tried it, yeah, you want to have like a really tall backstop.
Right.
The gun kind of just starts going like this one.
Okay, but realistically, so Jim, you have experience. Doesn't it like start to hurt this part?
So I did it with a Ruger Blackhawk 357, which I shot 38s out of it all the time. So I was like, you know what? I never did. I got to try it. I didn't feel it because by the time I hit my 6th round, I'd never seen dirt fly. I was like, we should leave right now. We should go because I just sent 2 over the range, and that could be in the river or somebody. Like, I don't know. Like, let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm a 44 mag girl personally.
Nice.
I like my 45, but if I'm going to go revolver, I'll go with the 357.
That's
you know what? But like,
yeah,
it's true. It's there. I know how to use it. I don't have to think about it. It's point and click. My 44, I got to sit there and I actually got to play with it. You know what I mean? But what do you mean?
Shaking more than twice you're playing with it.
Well, you know what I mean. Like when I pull it out, I got to look at it and then just go ahead and readjust and pull it. Well, it's the alcohol in me or lack of. No, I'm kidding. I don't have a problem. The only problem is it's not in my fucking hand at the moment. But no, reality though, like I love my 45, my Glock. It is one of my favorite fucking pistols. I absolutely adore it. It really it sits well in my hand. It's like a good woman. Right? Like I know it's going to take the fuck care of me when I need it to, and it's never going to misfire. And when I need to come, it's coming. Anyway, with that being said, let's go right into Deadpool, right? Is that what you were saying?
Which kind of ties in with the Ryan Reynolds with the movie that you just did. And if like, in my opinion, like Deadpool was like Marvel's way of like kind of stepping into the more racier, more like not so Disney rated comic book movie.
Yeah, we'll call it avant-garde.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
It
know
was-
shit here.
Yeah, there's so many different parts of Deadpool. I'm sure
Googling it.
everybody's seen Deadpool. Hopefully everybody's seen Deadpool too, because it was great as well.
Oh, and 3. Oh, dude, I
Yeah,
got a fucking erection.
3
with that
might
one.
have been the best.
I went to the movie theater for that one.
3. Oh
Yeah.
God. My favorite scene though is when he just takes that ball, puts it in under his mouth. He's like, maximum effort, whack, and just he nails this shit. And she's like, "There was a half a kilo of blah 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 underneath the couch." He's like, "Not anymore."
No, I think Marvel tried to step out of the box a little bit. Even I mean, DC's doing the same thing. Another one of my like favorite comic book movies is Birds of Prey.
Ooh, listen, Margot Robbie, A1, A fucking one.
I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit anyone because I refused. I was like, no, I will not watch it. Like it was
Why?
spiteful. It was pitiful. Like I don't know.
Why?
I didn't think that Margot Robbie was gonna be able to nail the part of Harley Quinn.
And what do you think about it now?
I was a
You wanna
fool for
nail-
not watching it sooner. Like I've
Right,
watched
she
it
wants
twice.
to nail
It's-
Harley Quinn now. That's the fucking difference. Before she was like, "Hey, I'm on the fence. I don't think she could do it." Now it's like,
She's there. No, absolutely phenomenal movie. If you guys haven't seen it, do check it out. It's got funny stuff in it. It's got dark stuff in it. You laugh, you cry, you're happy. It's everything. And I don't know why I was so against like watching it. But once I did, now I'm like, yeah, everybody should at least give it a chance.
so here's the question with this. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look behind me.
Right.
Just
No,
we'll
I know. That's
elaborate
why
on
I'm
that.
about to ask. I'm about to ask this. So now that you've seen it, how does it portray Birds of a Prey, the graphic novel, versus the movie? Because here's the problem, right? With the sad movies that we listen to, Nicole, right? Like The Notebook, Brokeback Mountain. I'm trying to say it without throwing up in my mouth. Diddy Party, Brokeback Mountain. Okay, well, like some of these ones, right? The sad ones, there's a book behind it, but they roughly stay to the book, right? Like The Notebook was an actual book, right? So they kept it true to the book. With westerns, there was nothing. It was the history of what we knew, right? So it was the Wild West. They could do anything, it was the gold rush, it was the fucking train, it was the Rocky and Bullwinkle going down, do you feel lucky, punk, like the whole fucking thing, right? But into the comic books now, you have this cult following, and I call it a cult following because I'm part of it, right? Yeah, there it is. But you know what I mean? Like you have this expectation because you read it, you looked at the comic books, you know what it is, and that should be the easily translated into a movie. But look at Green Lantern. Green Lantern was a phenomenal comic book. And then go into the fucking movie with Ryan Reynolds, who's one of my favorites. Looked like a piece of shit.
Go ahead, Jim.
So this is a question for you, Jen and Zach, that are in that world. What is the problem and the disconnect that Marvel over and over again does such phenomenal, in my opinion, this could be just my opinion, phenomenal movies and adaptations from comic books that DC has continually failed on?
Well, until
Like, I
recently.
feel they fall flat.
Till recently. Recently, they've been getting
Like
better,
this
though,
year,
I think.
recently.
Like The Flash was not bad, and I don't even like Ezra Miller, or Ezra, whatever the hell his name is.
But historically, they kind of fell
They
flat.
flop. Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't have the money.
got you.
Fair.
It
That makes
like
sense.
Marvel has Disney behind them.
Got you.
Well,
that makes
now,
sense, though.
DC doesn't have Disney money, and
Well,
they
think
never
about-
will.
Think about it in the beginning, though, right? Like, so before Marvel got bought by Disney, right? But when Marvel was still just Marvel Studios underneath Stan Lee, before Disney said, "Fuck you, we're going to take this shit," right? Look at the original Spider-Man. It was I thought it was fucking garbage with Tobey Maguire in it. I didn't think it was good at all. The only good thing about that was the upside down kiss with Kristen Dunst, and every guy was like, "Oh God, look at the rain! You could see her swing." That was about the only fucking part of that movie, right? Look at the Superman; like they were garbage back then. Look at Batman. I mean, like, I wouldn't say garbage. I would
Wait,
say that they
Christopher
were
Reeve's
underrated.
Superman?
Yeah, that was DC.
Mm-hmm.
They were phenomenal though, but that was
For their
they were
time
ahead of their
because of
time then. You know,
that was the difference, but they didn't hold true to the comic books and they didn't make a
they
lot of
never
money.
made more money than the 80s, probably. I don't know.
Right.
But you also have to remember too, Spider-Man is really owned by Sony.
Right.
too.
And that's the thing. A lot of these
Yeah.
things were owned by other things. So DC was
Gotcha.
Warner Brothers for the longest time, and Warner
Right.
Brothers didn't give a shit about that. They had their kind of thing. Sony Pictures, they didn't give a fuck about that. They cared about what the fucking dragon that crushes the whole village and shit, Godzilla, right? Whatever. That was a Sony picture, wasn't it? Right. But the point of the matter is, but that was the thing, though. That it's like the Yankees versus every other team, right? I mean, to be fair, you have Marvel money, which is like Bill Gates shit, and then you've got like, McDougal's, which is DC. Just throwing it out there. But like Black Panther was phenomenal. Like, I mean, if you look at what they're doing, it's fantastic. Stan Lee forever the legend, right? And that's the thing. Stan Lee, if you look at his I watched an interview with him, and he was talking about how like the reason he created all of this stuff and like Captain America and where he was going with it, and like to listen to his story about how he wanted somebody during the time of when people were really looking like, fuck, this world's going to hell in a handbag. Here's something to look forward to. These superhumans that are saving the world and humanity as you know it. And now look at the fucking world. The world's going to shit in a handbag, and they're pumping superhero movies out like fucking crazy, which I think there's some superhero movies coming up soon, right?
Yes, I do actually have a list of the top 5, the next 5 coming out.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
In December, upcoming just this December,
So a month away.
Craven, the monster, will be coming out. Craven's always been known as Spider-Man's enemy. They've never gotten along. And he's also known as a vampire. So this version of Craven is supposed to show the really complex relationship that he has with his dad. And it starts him down this path of just vengeance and just motivating him it motivated him to become the greatest hunter, but it also motivated him to be the most feared, because there was so much darkness still inside of him.
I'm excited for it.
It actually intrigues me a lot.
Well, think about it. It's the duality of man, though, if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, and I mean man, not just as in like manly men. I mean man as in mankind, you know, before we get fucking canceled for not including every fucking gigabyte under the sun. But anyway, if you think about it, even like Spider-Man, right? Venom, right? Look at any of them. There's always that duality between what they're supposed to be and what they struggle to be, right? Like, was it the famous Spider-Man quote, with great power comes great responsibility, right? Like you can apply that to any facet of life, which is the awesome part about like these superhero movies. Westerns, you can apply to all parts of life as well. The emotional tearjerker and the heart struggling, the Notebook and all that, you can apply that to everyday life. But these are also movies that allow us to escape that too. Like, I'm pretty sure if you go through a bad breakup, Nicole, are you going to go watch The Notebook?
Yeah.
Right? Right. Why? Because it's going to do one of two things. It's going to make you feel better and go, I'm not alone, but this is what I want to see.
Yeah.
And then two, you're going to have that release of endorphins and that physical response. Jimbo, when you get pissed off and you want to you're fucking ready to scream, you could go watch a fucking cowboy movie or something to make you laugh, right? Because I want to see shit blow up and giggle about it like Kevin Hart movies. Just saying. Or I'm
Yeah.
going to go watch some old fucking Western where I'm watching everybody get blown the fuck away like the Magnificent Seven and feel like, yeah, I'm good. I could do this. Let's go save the world. And the same thing with the movies as well. So I don't know. That's just me. That's my opinion.
There's a
This is-
couple more. I'll read
Go
off
ahead.
the other 1, 2, 3, 4 that I have, and then you can pick if you want to elaborate on any of them.
Yeah, go
One
for
is-
it.
One is the next one after Craven is going to be Thunderbolts, and that'll be in May of 2025. So
Okay.
if you want to elaborate on that one, we have that one. I also have
Go ahead. Go ahead. What is that?
Thunderbolts is based on a group of anti-heroes. They were villains. And these villains were later recruited by the CIA to help take care of a major threat. They don't say what the threat is, they don't say how, but this group of villains like Marvel and Suicide Squad.
Okay. So it's
So
the Marvel Suicide Squad.
yeah, it's basically a clash of the forces. The next
So
one,
like Jimbo and I.
yeah, one I don't know. It's
Well,
The
if we
next one-
drink, we're the anti-hero.
okay. Well, then you can be that.
But they're not evil shenanigans.
Exactly. That's
Oh,
see what I said.
Zach, what's that restaurant with all the goofy shit on the wall?
Shenanigans?
Oh, pistol whip him. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The next one is going to be, I know you're excited for this one. It's Captain America that actually comes out on Valentine's Day of 2025.
I'm glad
So-
I'm single.
Great date idea if you have a comic nerd that will go see it with you.
The lead is an African American.
And
Great.
yes, and the new Captain America, the lead role was given to an African American. Can't wait to see it.
He plays important.
Look,
He does play.
Wasn't that Falcon?
No, it's free.
No. This is going to be. This is the Brave New World. Is what it's
Oh.
going to be. So Sam is going to find himself in the middle of an international incident. And after he meets with the president, who's Theodis Ross, he must discover the reason behind either the evil or wicked global plot that's before us. Like, it's a shit show. And we
So
literally
what's
have to
going
bring
on
in a
right now?
superhero to save the freaking day again.
So
So
what's going on right now in the political scheme? I said.
yeah, so he has to figure out whether he can make the change from the entire world just seeing red to something positive and not crap, evil,
Fair.
wicked. Fair enough. I
Andrew,
can't
yeah,
see
I'll be your Valentine, buddy.
it.
It's okay. We could go see it together.
And the last one I have is going to be a classic, and it's Fantastic Four.
Ooh.
That's
Jimmy, were
it.
you saying something about
No, I was
Captain
gonna
America?
say Anthony Mackie, who's going to play him, played Falcon.
Falcon, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Thank you.
they gave Steve Rogers gave Mackie
Right.
the
They became,
shield
like-
and said,
Yeah.
you are
Yes.
going to be the next one,
Yeah.
which is
Yes.
awesome. And
I
I do
love that.
like,
I love that. Like,
I do
think
too.
that's
I
awesome.
absolutely do.
I just got
love it.
goosebumps.
well, listen, I like Mackie, and I think it's going to be
Me
great,
too.
honestly.
Yeah.
And didn't they do that so that Steve Rogers, Chris Evans could go and be in the Fantastic Four? Isn't he in the
Yeah,
Fanta-
because they
Well, he was in
released-
the original.
that's rumor. That's rumor, but
Oh, it's rumored.
Fantastic Four also comes out in 2025 sometime too. So,
They keep changing the script.
and
I'm open. What are you saying?
Fantastic Four is just gonna it's gonna supposedly open up. They keep changing things on 2 different movies, and another one I'll ask you about. The movie's gonna so far open up with the family known as the Fantastic Four, so our core Fantastic Four group,
Right.
and then they're gonna be in this retro futuristic universe, kind of like that. I think it's called Futurama,
Mm.
setting cartoon. I think that's what the
Yeah,
name of the cartoon.
Futurama.
Yeah. And it just said literally the best line was tune in to see the new mission. Like cliffhanger, don't tell you anything else. Come see the movie.
I'm game. I'll see it
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm
Is
definitely
Is
down.
Miles Teller in it?
I can check. I didn't look into the full cast.
They're playing with the multiverse 100%. 100%.
Oh yeah.
I wish Michael Chiklis would be in it.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I was a huge fan of him in that, and
With everything is dead.
In
but I
the
know he's,
Shield.
he's
Yeah.
probably way too old and out of shape. He probably
I mean, he's got to be covered in rocks, right? So,
that's all
Yes.
AI, but
Yeah.
still, you know.
yeah, I mean, we could do it. Yeah, they brought Christopher Reeves back for Superman.
Really?
Yeah, they CGI'd him in, and they did it in Star Wars too. They did it with
Okay, who did we ask about?
Who,
we were
Michael
talking about.
Chiklis?
Oh no,
Fantastic
Teller,
Four.
Miles
Teller?
Teller.
Miles Teller. I don't see him.
Who
And
do they have as the casting?
They have Vanessa Kirby as Storm,
Okay,
Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic,
Oh, cool. I like him.
okay.
Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, Ralph Ineson as Galactus. I can't say his name.
It's fine.
Julia Garner as Silver Sable,
Okay.
Yeah,
Natasha Lyonne.
Oh, John Malkovich.
Yeah, John Malkovich, Eben Moss, Bockrich, and then Paul Walter Husson, Hosner. Gosh,
I
I
almost thought you said Paul Walker. I was like, wait a second.
Paul Walter Hosner.
I was going to say he ain't walking nowhere anymore.
No.
But anyway, is it too soon? My bad.
No.
Hopefully he doesn't need any need for speed or anything like that. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, what about the movies or TV shows that allow you? And I want to bring this into like mental health, right? So like, I know when I'm fucking in the shitter, right? I'm like, I fucking don't want to be anywhere. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to deal with nothing. I'll start watching movies, and I'll watch the same fucking movie that I normally watch, which would be Captain America. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I watch it over and over again. That and also Phantom. I liked that movie. That was a good movie. If you remember Phantom with the purple suit and the silver ring, and he'd jump on his horse. But if you don't remember it, it's fine. Look it up. It's a good watch. Very underrated. Kind of like the Lone Ranger, only like more like South American folklore.
You're
Did he have
talking
a
about
silver
Zorro?
mask?
You're talking about Zorro?
Did he have
No, not Zorro.
No, not Zorro.
No.
Did he have a
called
silver mask
Phantom.
though?
No, black mask with
Black.
a purple bodysuit, silver ring that was a skull, white horse. Yeah, Phantom.
Phantom.
Yeah.
Phantom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a
there's
good-
still Phantom comic books.
No, I know, but the movie was great. Like I watched that movie because it was like it reminded me of the old Zorros where it was like slow paced with still some action in it. So like if I'm like mentally fucked, I'll watch those two movies because they kind of like take your mind off of it, but they slowly draw you in. But once you're in, you're completely engulfed, and your mind can like think about other things in the background. When you come out of it, you're like, wait, you know what? Shit isn't that bad. I'm okay with this. Like I don't want to get out of bed today, but nah, you know what? I just watched some fucking little kid almost get eaten by a snake. Let me get the fuck out of bed. Now, is that irrational? Sure, but it gives you that motivation. So what is each one of you, what is your go-to movie when you are just like, fuck the world, here's the match, I want to light it and let it burn, and it pulls you out of it? Or TV show or book, I don't care, something that pulls you out of that mental funk. Anybody go first? I don't care.
Nicole can start.
Okay, I really like Yellowstone.
So Yellowstone pulls you out. Was it Beth Dutton that pulls you out
Yeah,
of it? Or?
there's just like she's kind of crazy, and she kind of like will have fits in it. She just, I don't know, and there's just a lot of action in it, but I also like that it's about cowboys too. And I don't know, it kind of distracts me for a while.
Okay.
I really like watching series. Like I want to see what happens next. That's like I feel bad because I'm not such a movie critic. I'm more of like a show kind of girl, but
that's okay.
But I
though.
definitely like Yellowstone, and I definitely watch. I've watched it 5 times already. I'm already watched the season. It's like 5 times.
Are you so
So is
excited?
there
What?
Are you so excited then?
Yeah, I'm so excited for the new the new season. Part 2 is coming out very soon.
So here's a question for you on this. Is there a particular episode that you rewatch when you're really like at wit's end, where like Beth just does some crazy shit and you're like, that's the bitch I want to be. So we're gonna watch it, and she'll pull me out of the funk.
Pretty much when those guys show up at her office when she comes back, and they try to like take over, and she just shows out how much of a bitch she is, and just pretty much. But then there was other episodes where like she literally got her ass beat, and she was,
And it was
already
so
ready
good.
to fight the next day, like
Yeah,
later
so
that
good.
day. Yeah.
Like, let's go for
it's
more.
Probably, and I think Kevin Costner is really good in it too, because you see his strength in it too. So there's like a lot of like characters in there that like they have their own journeys, and it's I don't know, it brings me out. So I would have to go with Yellowstone for sure.
Okay,
So here's
can I wait?
go ahead.
What's up?
So how do you feel about him not being there?
I was literally just going to ask the same question. That was the question I was going to ask.
Yeah, because he's not in the
fair.
show anymore. I mean, Beth's still in it.
Okay,
So
so
I
she
mean,
likes
my
Crazy
favorite
Bill.
character is Beth, but I did like Kevin Costner in it. But I also like what's Beth's boyfriend? What's his name?
Rip.
I really like Rip.
Rip.
And then I really like I like both brothers. I like Jamie. I know everyone hates Jamie, but like
No, Jamie's a mess.
he is a
Yeah,
mess,
he's a
but
piece of
like
shit.
he was
He's
lied
a
to his
piece
whole
of
life.
shit.
He does. He
Lied to his
needs.
whole life, and then
Jimbo just comes
he
out.
should have fucking took him to the fucking river a while ago.
Jimbo doesn't
But-
say a fucking word about it, and he just goes, "He's a piece of shit." Like,
So,
I love.
but you know what? Looking at the previews, Kevin Costner might be in like the first few episodes.
I think he's gonna
Yeah.
like sneak in and then phase out.
Yeah, they're gonna
That's what
phase
I
him out somehow.
I thought that they recorded the first couple episodes, and then he said he was out. So I
Yeah,
think they're
there's-
going to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
'Cause
I
he
haven't
would-
read. I've been looking to see what they're doing.
Me too.
But the previews
I don't know,
are
but
showing him
he
in it.
was a boss in that to have all that land. Like
Well, Kevin
yeah.
Costner's a fucking boss to begin with. Let's
He's
be
a dickhead.
realistic.
Fact.
remember
100% facts.
No, he's a
100%.
jerk off. I've dealt with guys in the movie industry. When they filmed Tombstone, right? He was doing Wyatt Earp. He
Okay.
pulled, and I knew guys that were doing cowboy work. They were doing stunt work. He pulled all his cards that he could to get money and staff pulled from that project so Wyatt Earp would fucking go out first before Tombstone. And he failed. And Tombstone was a much better movie, much better cast, but he really played politics in Hollywood to get his movie done first, and it really pissed a lot of people off for a long time. And I've noticed whenever he goes off on his own and he puts his own money in this shit, and not to cut you off, Nicole, because
go ahead.
this is a pet peeve of mine, that he shits the bed, and he's proven it over the years. All the money he put into Waterworld, shit show. Shit show. That was all him. All the money he
Waterworld
put
was
into the
terrible.
Postman. My friends were in the Postman as extras. They were Wranglers. Shit show. He left Yellowstone to do this fucking Horizon that I watched. Horrible. It was like a
Yeah,
B
it's really bad.
actor version of 1883. And I'm like, it was bad. It was horrible. Like, when's he going to learn? Follow somebody else's direction, because you can be amazing.
Andrew likes Waterworld.
You have to play it on ×2 speed. Yeah, Waterworld was that, dude. That was fucking terrible, dude. It was fucking terrible, and I forgot all about that until you said that.
It could have
was
been
like-
amazing.
It could have
amazing.
been. It could
I
have been.
love
But
the story.
yeah, but it was a little weird with the kid on the fucking boat for as long as they
The
had
fucking
him.
hills
For.
and the map on her back and shit.
Like, what the fuck was that? Like, okay, let's cross alien bullshit. Oh, that was another one. What was it? Aliens versus Cowboys. That was another comic book movie that crossed over the two. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But Waterworld had potential, but it also was a fucking letdown. That's like the
If
girl that
nobody's
said
seen
that,
Horizon, that was just in the theaters. That was supposed to be a 3-part movie system. They're not even doing the other two because the first one fucking sucks so bad.
I don't doubt it. But that's what they did with Waterworld. Wasn't Waterworld was supposed to be 2 of them too?
I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, it's
Wouldn't doubt
terrible. It's pretty much
That's
like
it should have been.
right.
Hey,
Dude.
listen, and everybody's got their own thing. I respect that. But
I mean, look, it could have been something great, but instead it was that girl that said, "I'm great at head," and then gets there and like it just like lets it flop out of the side of her mouth. Like it's terrible.
He's
God, it was
literally Mad Max on the water. How can
Yeah,
you
no,
not
but
like
shitty
that?
Mad Max, and not even the Australian Mad Max. It was like the Wish version. It was like the Timu version of Mad Max.
so now, have you guys seen 1883? Like,
No.
Nicole, you
I
like
have not.
Yellowstone.
I
No.
want.
So,
I want to watch
1883
it.
was amazing.
Okay, so I will watch it.
Amazing. But then watch that first, and then watch this fucking train wreck of Horizon that he just put out, and you go, this is 1883, but longer and shittier. They got like Owen Wilson in the fucking thing, and I'm like, come
Owen
on,
Wilson's
man.
in it.
Owen Wilson.
He's a horrible.
No,
Owen
Owen
Wilson.
Marley and
his
me.
brother. Actually, it's Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson, the
Oh.
brown haired dude.
Yeah.
Luke Wilson.
And he's playing the character that like fucking Tim McGraw played, and I'm like, these are the same characters. It's the same storyline. Like, what are you guys doing? I didn't even want to watch it. I didn't even want to finish it, but I promised my mom I would because she loved it.
Don't you hate it when you have to watch these fucking movies
I
with
was
somebody
like
you care
bored
about?
out of my fucking mind. I'm like,
God. Fucking ridiculous. Like I'm so glad that I haven't wasted my time with that. I wanted to watch Yellowstone. I was all about it. And then I was
Love
like, yeah,
Yellowstone.
I'm gonna watch this, right? Like I'm gonna sit down and watch it. And I forget what the hell happened. And something else, one of the other shows that I was watching kind of took a turn and I got sucked into it. And I was like, oh, I'll come back to Yellowstone. Then I heard that
that
he
just
left.
crossed the whole thing off my list, talking about fucking Yellowstone and stupid ass Kevin Costner.
Was it really? You that was literally a whole
I like all the characters.
Damn it, Nicole.
Sorry, Nicole.
God, you just
I
fucked
picked some
up her.
shitty ass reviews tonight, huh?
No,
picked
you
the
didn't.
one
No,
that-
you,
No, you didn't at all.
You-
You didn't at all.
Brokeback.
We're all talking
no,
about it.
no. We
Apparently
loved it.
it's
No,
all
you
talk
did great.
worthy. Yes.
No,
No, it
the-
was a perfect segue. It was a
The
perfect
Brokeback
segue.
Mountain one, I always refuse that. I would
Well, I
never
feel like
watch it. It
we
drives me
kind of
nuts.
went with Western theme tonight, even though we all did different themes. We've talked about Western a lot.
Pretty much.
But you know,
pretty
that's
much.
actually how it originated, was Western theme movies before anything else.
Exactly.
Beginning of the era.
Well, except for the sappy love string movies. Those were not westerns. Those were telenovelas.
And there's certain
think
westerns
I'm
that
kidding.
there's
It was
a
a
love
joke.
story in.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a telenovela joke because they always have the western with the mariachi band and all that shit. And oh, abuela, is she
Maybe that was
okay?
right.
You know, the telenovela ones. I don't know. Maybe it was just me in New York.
Telemundo.
Exactly. Thank you. Jimbo got it. Welcome to
Tucumano.
Telemundo.
Mariachi Grande.
Right? Exactly. Thank you. Just somebody fucking got it. I mean,
That's how
you
I know
know,
Spanish, dog.
I kind of wish Carl was in here because Carl would have fucking, he probably watched those things all fucking day
I was
long.
like, these women ain't wearing no clothes. I gotta learn what the fuck they're saying.
Right. See, look, it was literally the Spanish version of Days of Our Lives. That's what I was referring to.
With
It
less
was always
clothes.
Is
with
that
less,
the one you
much
watched?
less clothes. Yeah, for sure.
Like the Spanish version of Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Is that what you used to
Yeah.
watch with your boys?
I forget what the hell it was called. What the fuck was no, what was the one? It was and then they had the game shows right after the fucking Telemundo, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was all about that
Wow.
shit. My dad would be like, what the fuck are you watching?
Unbeaten culture, Dad.
And then 10 seconds into it, he's like, oh shit, turn that down. I can't understand him.
Zach
Right.
was
Leave it
like,
on.
he said no. He sat there and he'd be like, "Ooh,
He's
look
like,
what she
Right.
said."
don't let your mother catch you watching this shit.
Exactly. Damn it, Carl. Damn you, Carl. So okay, so Jimbo, here's a question for you too, because I know we were going to the movies. We're gonna have you do your movie, but there were some really good fucking rodeo movies though, right? Weren't there like some really fucking
That was kind
and
of
I'm
like
not
my
talking
wheelhouse for a while.
I'm not talking City Slickers, right? Although that was funny. Look, it was funny. Billy Crystal was funny in that when he got his ass gorged by a bull, but it wasn't a rodeo movie. So
So,
like, which ones do you stand out?
so the number
stand
one
out?
all time is 8 Seconds, and that's a true story, and that's about Lane Frost and Tuff Heaterman, Cody Lambert, and he was killed in a rodeo in '88, and it was
Right.
kind of like a movie about his life. Hollywood kind of did him a little dirty they had to Hollywood it up, but it's a great, great movie. And then they filmed the next movie was called Cowboy Up, and I was actually part of the filming of that. I was actually part of the filming of that because they filmed the arena scenes during the PBR. I'm going to say in '98 or '99. The movie didn't come out till like 2001, and it was originally supposed to be called Ring of Fire. But then they changed it to Cowboy Up because of that futuristic dragon Ring of Fire movie that came out.
Okay.
And that also follows a PBR bull rider, and which also leads into love stories because they always got to have the love interest and how if your mind's not right, your body's not right. And then, but the big thing that I love about Cowboy Up is that in a few scenes it really delves into kind of the dark side of rodeo with like the painkillers and you do what you got to do to ride, and but also the camaraderie that you have with your with your boys that you ride with. You travel together, you split money, and we always talk about it. It's like you're riding with 4 guys, somebody's going to win something, you all win because then you cover each other, you help each other. Right. Cowboy Up really kind of covered the bases with that, which it was kind of like not a great movie. I mean, Molly Ringwald was in it, but it really was a good movie. It was a really good movie. The Cowboy Way, even though it was funny, it's a fucking hilarious movie. They were team ropers, saddlebronc riders. Fucking love that movie.
Woody Harrelson, that's all you have to say. Like,
going to play my tom-tom. It's like, what are you going to do with me when you find me, Big Chief? You're going to play my tom-tom. Like, that's just, it was a later side of rodeo and rodeo cowboys and stuff like that. And there's been, like I said, Steve McQueen, Junior Bonner. That's like the epitome. That's the number one rodeo cowboy movie, Junior Bonner, and that was with Steve McQueen. And it's kind of like he was on top of the world, and then he didn't have 2 fucking pennies to rub together. It's just that was the lifestyle, and it's a whole genre of its own. Not a lot of people watch them, but if you've ever been a part of it, you kind of. And Yellowstone, that's kind of why I like Yellowstone, because they really started digging into that. And people kind of backed away from it because of it, but that's what drew me to it. that they started getting into the ranch life, the today ranch life, which is not far off of what they talk about. Of course, they Hollywood it up. And then the rodeo scene now, it's about who can make money and who can't make money. And if not, you're working for somebody in the winter just to put some food in your belly, you know?
So that brings up an interesting point. You brought up Yellowstone. What about the ranch? Did you see that with Sam Elliott? And
I thought that was really well done. I love the characters in it. Funny as shit. Like just the dialogue was great. I think it hit home with the current, the way things are now and how little guys get kind of squashed out of things, and it was very funny, really well done. I liked it. I know there was drama behind the one actor with all his bullshit,
right,
but as a TV show, I thought it was good.
fair. So
It was
then
funny.
what?
It was funny and fun.
Okay. So what your go-to movie or TV show when you're in the thick of it and you're like, I need some shit. Like, I need to get my head right. I'm going to go watch this movie. And please don't say Roadhouse.
Lonesome Dove.
Okay.
If we're talking westerns, the
And
camaraderie
if you,
between the two and what they deal with, and
Nothing at all.
what.
I'm sorry. We're highly offended that your go-to couldn't be Roadhouse. Like, why would
Not
you
a
say
western.
that,
I wouldn't
Joe?
count that as a western.
because it's not a Western.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought you were
I
just
love
like throwing it out there. Like,
Listen,
And I
that's
love the
used-
new
an
Roadhouse. I
excellent
think
movie.
I
the new
used to
Roadhouse
watch
is
the
Wow.
original Roadhouse before I would go work at the nightclub. I would literally sit there, choke myself, jerk off, and then go to work. Like, I'm just saying. I would have it in the background with him doing the fucking, Tai Chi out in the fucking yard. Okay.
No, best
I'm
scene
just saying.
is Against the Wall.
So Larry McMurtry wrote that series. It was Lonesome Dove was number 3 in a 4-book series.
Okay.
He wound up making movies out of all of them. But Larry McMurtry also wrote like The Great Picture Show. Like he wrote a lot of classics.
Right.
But Lonesome Dove with Robert Duvall, Tommy Lee Jones, and just their dialogue in that whole movie and what they deal with and how they talk to each other, and they pretty much tell each other to suck it the fuck up. And you're used to be a sheriff and now you're a cowboy and now you got to deal with the shit and this is what we're doing. Like it gets me out of funks a lot.
Good. Well, Robert Duvall and Tommy Lee Jones always kind of.
And they and with Nicole's side of it too, Robert Duvall deals with lost love interest, which is a big part of Westerns because it's usually the cowboy that's like the tough guy, rides away. He's not given into his heart. He's got to be the loner. He's got to be that guy. But when you put that in that Western, when you put that in that movie, it becomes, a tearjerker sometimes because it hits you where you don't want to think about,
What'd you ever think about the Lone Ranger, the remake?
It was
The one with
fucking
Johnny Depp.
horrible.
With Archie. You didn't like it?
No.
Versus if you never saw the original, what would you think of it?
I don't know because so everybody shit on the one they did in like 81
Right.
that I loved. My dad took me to that as a kid to watch it. So that was
Right.
up here to me. So
Yeah.
I can't say it because I've seen that one and that's what I compared it to. And I thought it was shit. Funny. I thought Johnny Depp was the best part of the movie. I thought he was funny.
I remind you of Father of the Year and with Robert Williams. Fuck out of here.
Now, Nicole, have you
Yes.
found like that correlation with like tear jerkers and like heartfelt movies to where there's not a lot of westerns in that lineup? Or
Oh, that's a good question. You mean my top 50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a question. Can I just read off this one thing that kind of relates to why
Go for it.
Okay, so this is from the Forbes magazine, and it says feel good is a subjective category that is also heavily influenced by nostalgia. For some viewers, 1940s horror movies might make them feel good. For others, maybe nothing feels as good as a chaotic cry. That being said, this list prioritizes films that general audience will recognize as feel good. The writer on this list. Oh wait, never mind. That's not the part I wanted to read to you. Okay, here. There's no singular definition for a feel-good movie. However, this list considers a few key factors. Feel-good movies can't have a sad ending and generally don't have high stakes. There will be no nail-biting on this list. Feel-good movies also need to have a likable main character or characters that you root for. And again, they need to end up on the top at the end. It is a perfect genre definition, but it is easily applied to the films on the list. And then it goes in, well, some people think that horror and sad movies make them feel good. I said that backwards. I'm sorry. But do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or no? Okay. So yeah. So anyway, so let me look at the list again. I thought I saw a Western movie on here.
Yeah, MVP Nicole. Our little research machine.
Thank you.
Right?
For sure.
Okay, you're gonna have to tell me if I think this one is. I'm pretty sure it is.
Andrew,
Let me
I
find
swear
it.
to Jesus, I'm gonna freaking block you. You keep this shit up, okay? You fucking compare me one more time to Robin Williams, okay? I am nano, okay? I'm just saying. I love you,
I think
Andrew.
I'm
I'm just
wrong.
saying. God damn it! First, we got Father.
What about
what's-
Revolutionary Road? That's an older movie, isn't it?
That is an older one, Revolution Road.
But that's probably not due. You know what? I don't think there was a Western on here. 'Cause a lot of these were like mental health, addiction related, or relationship related. Then there's this Beast of Southern Wild. I don't know if that. I didn't really look into every title, so I'm not exactly sure. I could read them all to you, and you could tell me, but I'm not sure if I can just. Oh wait, here you go. Number 10, All Quiet on the Western Front, made in.
That was a
2022.
great move. That was a great
Was I
book.
right? Was that what? I knew
That
I
was
right.
a great book.
See, there
That
you
was
go.
a fantastic book. I love. Okay, so I didn't read very much when I was a kid, right? Like it took me up until about 7th grade to actually learn how to read, and a lot of people don't know that, and my parents never knew that, and I managed to finagle my way through the school system and not fucking know how to read. But the first book I read was 1984, and then All Quiet on the Western Front, and that was a fantastic fucking book. And then when they made the movie, I was like when I finally saw the movie, I was like, holy fuck, like that literally, when you read that book and watch the movie, it's identical. It's literally fucking identical.
I love it when they do that.
Yes.
They don't do it a lot.
That was
of
number
it.
10 on the
Yeah, I
list.
was gonna say it doesn't happen a lot.
They did fantastic with that. It was a great fuck. Andrew, fuck off with Hook, okay? Okay. Fucking call me Smee one more time. I swear to Jesus. Anyway, Rufio. Anyway, no, but no, that was a great there was so many themes inside of that fucking movie and book about mental health, camaraderie, feeling alone, feeling like you didn't know what was going to happen next. Like there was that hit on everything. Like it was. You good over there, Jimbo?
Yeah.
You laughing about the fucking Smee comments still, you jackass? Yeah, you son of a bitch bastard. And then
What
we
about
got him,
Mork and Mindy?
Mork and fucking Mindy. No. Like, come on now. Like, what is giving that? Because I have the headphones on, you jackwagons. See how it is. Listen, here, look, I'll take my new mic, you little motherfuckers. Okay, you want to play this shit? Okay. Let's get back into this bullshit, because if he gets, I swear to God, if he throws in fucking Patch Adams, I'm gonna smack him. Anyway, I'm gonna fly out to New Mexico, and you and I are gonna duke it out like Mork and Mindy. Jen and Zach, what are your fucking Jesus Christ? I've lost control. Fuck you, Carl. It's your fault, Carl. You're not. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, what is your go-to pull you out of the funk, like that really makes you feel good? It could be you son of a bitch bastard, Mrs. Doubtfire. Are you fucking for real?
That wasn't even on the list.
Matchmaker, bring me a match. Help is on the way, dear. You fucking, wow, man.
How do you
Fucking
know
ridiculous.
that so well?
Nicole,
I mean, come on now.
you
didn't know.
just gotta be like, shut the fuck up. You're gonna be
Exactly.
like, I'm getting through this. Shut the fuck up.
Let's go. I'm sorry, Nicole. I'm
No, it's
so
not even
sorry.
on me. It's on Jen.
It's on Jen with her movie out. You're throwing me
Oh,
off.
I thought it was
man.
Nicole's. I'm sorry.
No, we're wrapping up with
No,
Nicole.
we're
Nicole's
wrapping-
after
yeah,
that.
okay.
We got We're Not Worthy. He keeps fucking putting out more fucking Robin Williams movies. I swear, if he puts out Toy or one of the other ones, I'm gonna smack him. Okay, Jen, your feel good go-to movie, whether it be superhero, western, or love story, right? Whatever one you want to pick, but the one that pulls you out of that shithole funk.
Step Brothers.
Classic.
Yeah.
We just
Fucking.
become best friends.
Did you just put your penis on my drum set?
Your balls,
Like-
dude. It's
Your
balls.
balls. It's your balls.
Ball. I went with penis.
I
'cause
got
it
a
was
belly
less
full of white dog
offensive.
shit.
Like, you can't watch that movie and not be able to let go of whatever is.
Whatever bullshit's going on. It's fucking
Yeah, like-
ridiculous.
You're
That's a
so
good one.
and for well, at least me, I've seen it so many times. I know exactly what's gonna happen, but it's so fun and so good to watch every time you watch it.
Jimbo, I want to challenge you. When we meet up, I want to go, you and I, do an interview and do that. And we'll have like Nicole or Jen film it.
Hello, Miss Lady.
Hi, what's up? We're tandem. And just see what they do. I have the little
Now those
mics. We
Tostitos are pretty fucked up.
Zach's coming out of the background going,
Okay.
"Boats and hoes."
Boats and hose. We'll do boats and fucking hose. We'll play it. I have little mics. We can wire ourselves up. They'll never even see it. We'll walk in. I got little cameras too. I mean, we could do this shit. I'm
You're
game.
not a doctor. You're a curly-headed fuck. This is the house of learned doctors. I mean, she comes downstairs and see me and my fro. She's gonna want the young bull. Will you shut the fuck up? I love that movie.
He said
I
a
love it.
goddamn Power Tools. I said no Power Tools. I think Power Tools were a bad
It's my
idea.
tooth-
Why did
it's-
you let us do it?
It's my toothbrush. It's not your toothbrush.
Oh God Almighty! This is a samurai sword. Oh God, that movie was great. That movie was fucking priceless. But yeah, that's a great pick. It's a great pick. Chat. What is before we get wrapped up? Let's see. What are your pull you out of the funk kind of shit movies that will help you out? There's none of y'all in here. What do you got? We'll pin them. Let's see. Anybody? Bueller. I swear to God, Andrew, if you say bicentennial man, I'm gonna smack the taste out of you. You son of a bitch. I know it's not Flubber, you jackass. You just fucking
So now let me ask you guys this. I got a good one for you. That it's kind of like the curveball for Westerns, and I want your guys' take on them. Because I'm a huge Quentin Tarantino fan.
okay.
And I think he did two great Westerns.
Chris.
Hateful Eight
That
and-
was a good one.
and Django Unchained.
I
that
like
broke
Love Django Unchained.
barriers.
so
and they're
Django
Westerns. They're Westerns.
Oh my
Django
God.
Unchained. I'm not gonna lie, I only got through half of it. And the only
Oh my
reason
God,
was that,
how?
hold on.
Was there
I'm gonna
guns
explain it.
involved?
There was a lot of shit involved that night, and I put it on and I'm like, oh, it just came out. I watched half of it. There might have been something that could have altered reality to a certain extent that I may or may not get flashbacks when I watch certain parts of that movie, and eventually I'll be able to man up and watch it. I normally I don't like to say man up, but yeah, I think it's been long enough, and I think if I crack
10 out
my
of 10.
back,
Do you need
it's not-
do you
I'm
need
not
to
gonna
watch
reach
it with
it.
your friend Zach?
It's funny.
I don't know.
10 out
I
of
might
10.
need to be held on to, because the last time I watched a movie like that, it was the walls and the hammers came off the screen and started talking to me, and we had conversations with Yoshi that night. It was a long fucking night. Like I sat there and my buddy watched me look into fucking midair with Mom, I'm so sorry if you fucking see this. I swear I didn't do any of this shit. Boy Scouts honor. Don't look at the little Bible, okay, for fuck's sake. But anyway, I sat there and had a fucking full-on conversation with Yoshi and Mario. My buddy's behind me has no
It's me,
fucking idea.
Mario.
Right, he has no idea. I'm speaking Italian to the fucking air. The air's talking Italian back to me, and my buddy's like, "Joe, what the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, do you not see Princess? We gotta go find Princess Peach. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, we gotta go get her. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, what was on that candy? And he's like, oh, you mean the hits of acid on that? I was like, you fucking what? So I never got through Durango Unchained. To be fair, okay, but I'm pretty sure that I'll like it. But
Django.
whatever, Django Unchained, Durango, whatever. It fucks
No,
me up. Okay.
okay. Seriously though, like, if you need friends to sit down and watch it with you, we will watch it. I absolutely love that movie. I
Love
cannot watch it enough times. So
Same. Same.
I have no problem. You guys are only an hour away. We could do a live review of it. I'll sit there with the mic on. We'll record this shit and just the reactions of the bullshit that goes on. God only knows if I crack my back during that movie, we might re-trip throughout the whole fucking thing. It's like MK Ultra. You just never know.
When you jump off the couch to run out and he's laying face flat, you'll be like, oh, he's all right. He's all right. He's smelling the carpet. He's just
I
smelling the
I
carpet.
jump straight up, strip down, fucking naked, run outside, go no, and fucking take off. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen.
No.
back to Zach's comment, if you want to scroll
So-
through.
For real though, Sum of All Fears though, that's a great fucking movie. That's a great fucking movie though, to be fair. But yeah, no, you're right. You're right. The Hateful Eight I thought was a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
just the
have
way
you-
he does movies, period.
well, so yeah, I mean him and Spike Lee, if we're gonna be talking about like some breaking barrier shit, I mean between him and Spike Lee, which I
Spike
think
Lee
could
never
be
did a Western.
no, true. But I'm saying between the two. No, I'm saying about breaking barriers, mother. No one's talking. I'm not talking about what I'm saying. This could be another topic for another fucking Jimbo. God damn it!
You
Are
write
you-
it down.
Write it down. Write the shit down.
Write it down. Write
Next
it
time
down,
you
take
get
the
Quentin
notes.
Tarantino, we'll have Nicole do Spike Lee because
Blah.
her fucking shit's impeccable with the research. We got this shit on lock. Jen,
Ooh.
I don't know. We'll figure something for you.
I'll figure out
But-
something. Yeah.
But
Ooh.
I think we could do a Quentin Tarantino versus Spike Lee for a movie
Oh, I'm all
Monday.
about that.
I'm gay.
Got a quick
I want.
question.
I want from
Can
dusk
I
till
ask a
dawn.
quick? Can I ask a quick question?
No,
Yeah.
before I say
need-
I want.
I need the professional comic book movie thought of Spawn, because I own, when Spawn came out in comics was like in the early 90s. I had like the first 10 of them.
See, I
And
love
I had the first one signed. I fucking loved when they did that movie, even though there was kind of in the days of it wasn't all AI and this and that.
Hey, they're making
I
a new
love
one.
Spawn.
I know they're
Spawn.
making a new
Jimbo,
Spawn.
they're making a new Spawn.
Shut up.
I'm
No, yeah, they
personal
are.
friends with Todd McFarlane. Like they're
Shut
filming
up.
another Spawn. Yes.
So
I had
here's a
all these
question.
action figures. I had all this the slap shot hockey.
I
action
have so
figures.
many of those action figures in my garage.
Do we just
still
become
in the
best friends?
box.
We doing karate in the garage.
Yeah, we're doing
Facts.
like
Facts.
if you go in my contact list, Todd McFarlane's number is in my phone.
That's
Like,
amazing.
I can go
Such a,
see
I'm
him.
such a
I-
fan. Such a fan.
So you know what? Maybe we need to talk about this, and maybe we can get Jimbo to jizz on camera. Not actually see it, but just kind of like the O face. I don't know. Maybe that's another part. I'm not going to see Breaking Bad for real. Thank you.
No, come on. we should so go to New Mexico and do it.
To go see Breaking Bad.
We'll go
He
do
didn't
like
say do it live.
we
He
could
said to
do-
go watch them do it.
No, we could. Okay, listen. We could watch it, and then we could go.
Who's
And then we
shaving
could
their
take
head?
a
I'm
sit-
not.
What? It sounds fun. We could do a podcast. We could go at the scene of the airport. Jimbo's down.
He's like, I'm here.
He's
Look at this.
so ready
I'll
for
just-
this.
He's like, I was born for this role.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
lock
literally
the doors
took
and
the hat
turn
off.
the
And
lights
was,
down low.
Oh,
He's got this. Like-
okay.
I'll run around in tighty whities. I don't wear them, but I'll fucking do it. It'll be a little scrunchy time, but hey, scrunch. I'll take one for the team.
Listen, you're gonna have the shit
Just
stain on the
size
back
down.
of it
It'll
too.
make things look bigger.
Oh God. Oh,
No, they
Jesus
don't.
Christ.
No, they don't. Cut off the circulations.
Has the opposite effect. Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Ooh,
I've been wearing
okay.
boxer briefs for like 25 years. They don't want no tighty whities.
No, they stopped production of the kids. Just saying.
Well, I mean, I'm not worried about that.
I know.
Mountain Dew killed that in the 90s for me.
Zach's going to get 2 pairs.
They call me Mel the Yellow. Oh, speaking of which, I think Jen's got a secret number for you that she's going to give you, if I'm not mistaken. So
What's
that,
it?
you know, Harry,
Oh, yeah,
older.
Yeah, I got my mom's number for you there, Jimbo.
You got a head trimmer?
We should.
You got a hedge trimmer ready?
Is your mom up right now? Could we call her? Maybe play matchmaker with this?
No, she's in bed.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to do this one day when she's awake and just like randomly call and be like, "Hey, this is Joe from like," and we'll pretend we're from a radio station. We got your number from your daughter, and we're matching you up with this guy named Jimbo. How do you feel about that? And we'll just go from there and see how it goes. I'm game for a nice little prank on Jen's mom. What do you think?
Oh, like, so what's your AARP number, baby?
Listen, the only way this is going to work is if we go to the Sizzler before 4:30 in the afternoon, so we can get early bird. Okay, if not, I don't want it.
Love it. Fucking love it.
Okay,
I like fucking chicken noodle soup and cup of coffee. Hell yeah.
he said coffee cakes with his fucking latte.
Baby, turn the lights and turn the ring.
Make that thing go. Anyway, I can't power walking.
Jen, I
with a
am
belly
not
button.
speaking about your mom in any ill way.
You're perfect.
She-
Trust me, you're perfectly fine.
Her mom gave her the number for you. She said
But to
she
be
would
fair,
give it
right?
to you.
All right.
Just saying.
Slide into my
Anyway.
DMs.
I just gotta know. I just gotta know if you're taller than like 5'5", like my
Yes.
stepdad, and like you have a job, like
Check and check.
credential. Like, all right,
And he has a driver's license.
that's a plus.
And I can
Right.
drive in the dark.
Oh,
Oh
good, 'cause she can.
shit! Can you?
Come on,
can,
I know my clientele, baby. I know my.
Can you carry more than 5 pounds of cat food?
I'm like Hercules. Oh, Nicholas, a 5-gallon jug of milk, Nicholas.
Why
Yeah,
do
my mom's a dog girl.
Why do I just have the fucking Hercules?
No
Hercules
cats.
from the Nutty
No
Professor?
I'm a strict no cats.
I fucking hate cats. I can't fucking deal with them. I
I'm
swear to
allergic.
Jesus.
I'm not taking
So am
Benadryl to get.
You
Cat.
need Benadryl. I got a fucking EpiPen. I got to jab myself in the fucking leg every goddamn time I come near one of these fucking pussies. Like, bad enough that the regular ones fucking cause me aggravation and stress. I go next to the furry ones that are supposed to look cute, and it's like, oh shit.
You just took one to the jugular.
Right.
I love you, man. I love you. You're crazy, but I love you.
Okay, so with that being said, Nicole, do you have any other fun facts about movies that you looked up that you would like to go over for today?
I thought we could end with some inspirational and funny quotes from movies.
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Okay,
Let's
this
do it.
This one's from Black Panther. How many times do I have to teach you? Just because something works doesn't mean it can't be improved. Black
Facts.
Panther.
Love it.
Facts.
If you focus on what you've left behind, you'll never be able to see what lies ahead. Ratatouille.
Okay, I'll take it.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Listen,
Love
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Who didn't want to fucking do? And not to cut you off, but like,
No, you're
who
good.
didn't want to do that though? Like, I mean, I wanted to fucking skip school, steal a fucking Ferrari, take the hottest girl out, wreck the goddamn thing, and then like,
You sir, are an asshole.
but you know they would never have gotten away with it now. Like, there was no way
Never.
that movie would only have worked back in the 80s when technology was shit.
The best is when they put the fucking Porsche in reverse to try to.
They spin the fucking
I was thinking that same thing. Reverse
And then
the
it hit-
My
miles.
dad is
Right.
going to kill me. My dad is going to kill me.
The best was he just like turns white, right? And he's just like,
Classic.
he's gonna fuck it, and he just loses his shit. It was
Donka
great.
Shane, baby, Donka Shane.
I love when they escape through, like when they leave the high school, and he's like sitting outside. My wife, we had a death in the family, and we have to.
They're a close family, I think. I think they're a close family.
Very close, very close. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Nicole.
No, you're welcome. That's fine. And then this one is by Who Framed Roger Rabbit. A laugh can be a very powerful thing. Why sometimes in life it's the only weapon you have.
Facts.
I fucking love that.
That is
Yeah.
a great quote.
And as a teenager, turn me on to redheads.
Oh, right. That's what fucked us up with redheads.
Jessica
It's
Rabbit.
me, Jessica, with the hair over.
Where's
And she just comes walking by with the fucking cleavage and shit, for fuck's sake. I mean, that's where all these kids ended up fucking like an anime. I'm telling you. That was the beginning of it. How many
Wow.
times did you? Oh, for fuck's sake.
There you go.
Well,
I have
we-
I have these stickers if you
Yes.
folks would like
Yes,
one.
I want one. I want one for the dartboard.
I want one for my.
100%, because it's gonna go on the wall of stickers.
I got you.
Well, do you remember in Rain's World when they're like laying on the hood of the car and he goes, "Do you remember when Bugs Bunny dressed like a girl bunny?" Like that was like, yeah, dude. When you're a little kid, you're like, "Yo, Lady Bugs Bunny was like a little smoke cell."
Well, don't forget Lola Bunny from fucking
I
oh,
fucking love that quote. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
I love it. I love it. That reminds me of the old the fucking baby with the gun. That baby was a fucking Jesus, what a
He's
little
madman.
dickhead, man. But fuck, scared the shit out of me about wanting to have kids for sure. Okay, Nicole, what's the next one?
The next one is who's the only one here who knows secret ninja moves from the government? Napoleon Dynamite. And
That
then
was
what do
great.
tigers dream of when they take their little tigers snooze? Do they dream of mauling zebras or Halle Berry in her Catwoman suit, The Hangover?
Great movie. Great fucking movie. Oh
Love
god. I don't know why they're called roofies. You end up on the floor.
Yeah.
Rufalin. What the
Not
fuck
on
is
the roof.
Rufalin?
Let me
You
just
can't
tell
stay
you,
upright.
Rufalin is not a look. I went to a
What
club.
the fuck you
It
talking
ended up
about, Rufalin?
right, dude. Like seriously, this is not a man purse. It's a satchel. Oh god, like, but Rufalin ain't a fucking joke. Let me just tell you, I got roofied by accident. Okay, apparently by accident because I wasn't the intended person.
Yeah, me too, like 5 times. They're like, this guy's like a fucking rhinoceros. We need like a lot more. Holy shit.
You can't fuck with Mr. Chow.
I was like, oh, you guys are crazy. I love you. You guys are crazy, but I love you.
No, but truthfully though, that shit's fucking. It ain't no joke, man. You wake up whole times gone and everything. It sucks. I grabbed a fucking beer, had no idea, chugged it. And about 20 minutes later, I'm vomiting, can't remember shit. I still to this day don't know what the fuck happened. There's footage
This one time,
at band camp.
At band camp, I knew it.
we were out camping and it was hot as fuck. We were like out in the Nevada desert. So I got, for some reason, the next day, I'm like, got this like sheen of hard, like wax, like the stuff, hard, like all over me. And they're like, I'm like, what the fuck? They're like, dude, you went in your pack and grabbed your deodorant. Well, it melted in the heat, and you were putting like this liquid deodorant, like it was stick deodorant, like all over your body. And I'm like really hairy, so it was like stuck all over me. And I'm like, do we have like a fucking candle party out in this motherfucking desert?
Yes,
Like, what is? Man.
Yes, Chris. Yes, this is what we're going to discuss on Fetish Friday this week. Jimbo and
Sorry.
liquid deodorant.
I went off on it.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Perfect.
Look,
Yeah.
I
Wait.
mean,
That's save
That
that
was
for
my
fr-
that was my third time on Roofalin, and the second time I got crabs.
So definitely a Friday story.
It happened.
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, except
It
for that shit
Nicole,
comes
write
back
it down.
to-
This is a researched fact.
Yeah. Roofalin sucks, let me tell you.
What
It
stays in
was-
this podcast stays in this podcast.
Yeah, except for the
Nobody-
9
It's
million
only the
people.
four of us, right? It's only the-
Yeah. Who else is gonna see this?
We're amongst
Right.
friends. We're amongst friends.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Well, Jim. Anyway, but oh God. You know, and it's funny, like, because movies are always the escape. We always like we're sitting here, we're laughing, and movies, if you really think about it, just these quotes that we haven't heard for a while, right? Like we could think of what was it, the Duck movie, Howard the Duck, and things like that like will spark memories from when we were kids. The trick is when you're in the shit of it and you really can't handle life itself and you're like, fuck, I am in a dark place. Think of these funny quotes. Think of these movies. Think of the things that make you laugh, right? Like the balls getting stuck on the porch with Joe Dirt with the dog and he's using the spatula to pop it up. Or Waiting, where she flicks the fucking thing out of Jim's favorite bush. You know what I mean? Like these, or Spread It Like Paper. Like, I mean, these are the things though. These little, you know, and not to steal fucking what the hell's the redhead's name that was married to Keith Urban, the Australian chick. What the fuck is her name? Nicole Kidman, right? Like where she's on AMC and she's like, movies, they create magic in these moments. Well, they do though, right? These are things that allow us to escape the prison of our own fucking mind. So the next time you're feeling down, the next time you're feeling like you're in the shitter, make time for yourself is the key point here. Put that mask on first before you try to help others. And remember, if they don't feed you, fuck you, or finance you, they don't fucking matter. So
Damn.
put the mask
sucks.
on, go watch the movie.
Facts, Nicole.
But it's facts. It's facts.
Sometimes you just gotta hear it as it is.
It's the truth. So watch that movie, put it on, and if it happens to be the fucking first Spider-Man, you're a fucking serial killer. But hey, go watch it. It's okay. Okay.
I've
I'm
never
just
watched
saying.
any of those movies.
Don't watch the first ones with Tobey Maguire. I'm going to save you the trouble. Go watch Tom Holland.
Watch Waterworld.
Watch
Waterworld. Watch Waterworld. Okay. Or Dynamite, or, you know, Bottle Rocket, or fucking Eyes Wide Shut. That's another fun one for you. But these are things that like allow us to escape it. And a lot of people paid a lot of money to produce these things so that we can, you know, like this podcast, right? Like I want to keep it airy. I want to have fun with it because at the end of the day, when you're fucking fucked up, you listen to us, four idiots having a blast and just having fun. And we're just laughing. Five
We have
idiots.
five.
Well,
There's five of us.
well, okay. Jen and Zach are kind of the same thing. And for a second there, I thought you meant Carl, but he's been MIA for 3 days, like my dad who went for milk.
Carl,
Thanks,
good
Carl.
to see you. I would have liked to have some Ritz crackers.
Oh my god! You know, I think it was after the episode where Andrew sent us the sex doll that Carl disappeared. Like, you know, he said, "Hey, I need to get a personal loan for like $5,000," and I think he got a sex doll. You know, but whatever. I mean, it's okay. Yeah,
Priorities,
you know.
buddy.
Look, maybe it pushes back. Who knows? But anyway, we're gonna wrap it up today.
He's like,
Baby's got a dick.
somewhere
Listen, if that thing shorted out and zapped his pecker, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Okay, I'm just saying. Like at the end of the day, Carl, can you get your shit together? Please stop fucking the damn fucking robot, please, please, buddy.
Don't worry.
Easy, Carl. Put
Can't
the
go
Hewitt
nowhere.
Packer. Put the Hewitt Packer down. Put it down, Carl.